Big up everybody. Come on. Yeah. Thank you to everyone that's been supporting us throughout the journey. I appreciate you lot so much. Because to be honest, I couldn't do this without you lot. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'll talk about like the vlogging journey and how it's going, and what the plans are next. Um, because through the whole of last year, I was on a journey going up and down. Obviously, first starting in London, capturing the streets of Croydon, what was going on in and around Croydon. Um, Obviously, in the process of helping, feed the homeless and the needy. You get me? Come on, Mini Monroe, big up yourself. XO, one love always to you. So, yeah, so obviously, as I was doing that, I see that the video started picking up, you know what I mean? So I thought, you know what? Let me continue this. Plus, obviously, I've got my friends around me like Ringo. Big up to Chef Ricardo as well, because he definitely helped me a lot in this journey. And yeah, obviously as well, I was around M Dot, so I was filming like when I'm going to a video shoot with M Dot or whatever, putting them on TikTok, filming it. In the process of being an artist as well. So yeah, obviously I started seeing I was getting traction. And then what I started doing, Ringo advised me, was like, right, you should film behind the scenes of the homeless at the BTS and just vlog the day in it. Like obviously before I've done vlogging like long time ago, where I've gone to like in lockdown, I went to like St. Paul's Cathedral, um, and I was talking about the square mile and like things like that. And I was doing vlogging with my son as well, old type JT Online. So I was helping him with the vlogging as well. So I've been doing the vlogging for a bit. Then I kind of got drifted off by doing a bit of like podcasting and that as well. And that was going well as well. You know what I mean? Because sat down with loads of big guests. So I started realizing that as much as say my music might not be getting traction or the traction that it deserves, I've got pulling power. I've got people that are actually watching what I do and that actually support me. And if I have something there like a platform, I can contact them and say to them to pull up. You know what I mean? And they will pull up. Like they will pass through the likes of Judge of Souls, whole type Judge of Souls. You know, when we was doing Rare Talks podcast, Judge of Souls pulled up, come and done a powerful interview, and we spoke to him about his book, The Power of Love. You get me? Big up the Hardest TV. You know what I mean? I gave him a call, had a rapport with the Hardest TV from when he started the Hardest TV DVD before it was even YouTube. You know what I mean? So yeah, he pulled up, done the interview with me. Who else? Rare called Mr. Big Bad Blue. He calls himself Dexter Sims. You know what I mean? He pulled up, done it. So I started realizing, cool. Who else? In the end, we got Margs, we got Loons. You know what I mean? Big them up, big up Margs and big up Loons. Because you know what? They put me on their platform. They put us on No Behavior. No Behavior is a big platform, and we was on there from the beginning with like Rare Talks podcast on No Behavior. So I have to big up Margs and Loons no matter what. You know what I mean? You might go through your journey and kind of have little disagreements with people or whatever it is, yeah. But for me, in my heart, like you see people that's always looked out for man, or tried to help man, or tried to bring man in. Man will never ever forget them. You get me? Big up everyone. We've got 21 people in the YouTube right now, so we're just talking about the journey of what we've been doing. So yeah, just pay attention because we've got a new show, and the new show will be out this month that we started filming. And the show's in the setting like this. We're inside the car, you know what I mean? And we're reacting to all the comments, all the madness. You get me? But anyway, so yeah, so we went through that journey, you know what I mean? And this is the back of being an artist, going around touring, not touring like that, but like had bookings. We got bookings in Cambridge. We got Mo the comedian. We got bookings multiple times in Norwich. We was performing all over London. So yeah, man. So obviously coming off the back of an artist, then started the podcasting journey. Then again, like I said, big up No Behavior because they bring man on their platform no matter what. When we just started, we didn't even have 2,000 subscribers on our YouTube at the time, me and Rare Talks. Them man, they bring man in. So man's always going to be grateful for them, man. You know what I mean? Like 100%. And you know what it is? Sometimes you don't even get to say it to people. So I think, yeah, do you know what? For myself, yeah, I've had to learn over the years as well that you're like not everyone's entitled, yeah. Like you're not entitled to make everyone like. For instance, like I said, look, I was calling these names, and it was pulling up, and this was at the beginning of the podcasting stage, so this was probably like 2021, 22, and like everyone was there. They was pulling up people from the ends, whatnot. We had names in the ends like Asher Senator from Saxon Sound, R.I.P. to Smiley Culture. He come true, told his story. You know what I mean? So much different people, and then so I felt by the time I got doing my podcast, I realized how hard it was to kind of not to get guests, because again, but it's again, I think, I don't know, man. I don't know what it was, but we caught them at the time. Use that. Big up Steve Jobs, 100. Big up yourself. But yeah, man said waffle. I don't know what you're on. Big you up, man. You get me? We always talk facts. When over here, we don't waffle. Everything we say is real life stories. You know what I mean? So we're not here on the waffling over here. So if you want to go on here waffle, go over to another YouTube. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, so man went on no behavior, and to be honest, there's not a lot of other podcasts that's bring man on there except for Wise Monkeys. Big up my brother OP, you know what I mean? So then that journey started as well. So after the Rare Talks, I had the Table Time, and then obviously we met Wise Monkeys throughout it, and then went on Wise Monkeys, and then again I was like, I was talking to Young Spray at the time. Big up Young Spray, and then called Young Spray and got Young Spray on Wise Monkeys, and that episode went viral. So I started realizing that now the content that I'm producing, that I'm involved in producing, because this is all production. What people don't realize is that with these podcasts that you've seen me on in the past, man's also involved in the production side of things. So whether it's ideas, whether it's bringing guests, you know what I mean? Structuring how we're going to speak to the guest. Because with a guest like Judge of Souls, if you get a guest like Judge of Souls on the podcast, to get a good conversation, because first and foremost for me, it's about having a good conversation and having something on there, a blueprint on there that his people, whether it's his family, whether it's his children, that could go on there and they can see that's positive of their pups, innit? Like, man's not always, he sat down on 100 interviews talking about the same thing that people want to know. Oh, PDC, this, that. Guess what? We're going to talk about the power of love. What does love mean to you, bro? You get me? And then when he's talking about, Raj, you know what? Boom. And he's saying certain things, yeah, it motivates other people to come out of their show. You see what I'm trying to say? Yeah, your message got retracted. I don't know what's going on here. You like just in on the mad thing. But anyway, so, yeah. So obviously we done Rare Talks, started Table Time podcast. Big up my brother Max, the cab driver, from the Max and Shan podcast. Big up Max and Shan as well, because they do so much in the community of Lambeth and in South London. And yeah, they do a lot, man, because they had a shop in Peckham. They got a shop in Brixton. They've got a new fully loaded. They've got a food truck. You know what I mean? They're doing their thing. So my brethren, I've known him since I was going to college. He was like a mentor in the college. You get me? And yeah, he said, well, why don't you have your podcast? And other people was telling me like, right, you're working with everyone else, yeah, but what have you got, like, kind of, and not in a negative way, innit? Sometimes you can't just be just doing stuff with other people but don't have a substance for yourself. And me, yeah, I'm a person